We say good morning to you. Welcome. We are broadcasting live on this Monday, ready to go on this 12th day of June 2017. And we are live here at Mortgage Investors Group. You see behind us here, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender, our buddy Jeremy Livesey at jeremylivesey.com. And they are flat wearing it out. And so he'll be here in a little while to talk to us about that. We are ready to roll, and this is our 537th show, by the way. They said it wouldn't work, and so here we are, and we're loaded for bear. We're going to be joined by Jeremy coming up here in a little while from Mortgage Investors Group. Mike Hedrick joins us from Northern Virginia. The update on Pocono yesterday. Man, oh man, oh man. I go into Bible school, my guy's winning the race. He's leading, he's blowing it out, and so next thing I know, he loses, and so he being Kyle Busch, gave it up. Ryan Blaney with the Woods Brother Machine brings home the checkers yesterday. We'll talk about that at Pocono with Mike Hedrick. Also get a preview from Michigan and also find out what in the world happened to Dale Jr. He was rolling along pretty good and shifted wrong when the guy's been a NASCAR driver for many, many, many years and shifted wrong apparently, and car tore up, and so as a result, he did not do well. Jimmie Johnson took a hard hit yesterday. At one point, he was standing outside of his car and then bent over and was leaning up against his car, and he really took a hard hit. He's okay, but again, we'll talk all about that and more with Mike Hedrick. Also, Drew Bedard joins us from Bristol Motor Speedway. It is race week at Bristol Motor Speedway, and of course, that means the drags are coming to town. The Thunder Valley Nationals are in town this weekend, and you have until today's your last day, as a matter of fact, to get registered. We have over 200 names from 11 different states. 10 winners will be announced, and again, we'll do that coming up on Wednesday. And so your chance to win, there you go, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. And so well over 200 names in the bucket from 11 different states. We're very proud about that. So we'll give you a chance to get qualified one more day today, and then we'll give them away on Wednesday. So that's what's happening there. Again, Drew joins us a little bit later on from Bristol Motor Speedway, talking about the drags and the circle track. We're inside of 70 days till the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race. And then Carmichael joins us a little bit later on the show by phone. He's going to tell us what went wrong last night with the Predators as the Penguins win it. The Stanley Cup back-to-back champions. As the Penguins go into Nashville and beat the Predators and beat them 2-0. What went wrong? What is to be looking ahead for the Predators going into next season? And also the NBA Finals tonight. Can the Warriors clinch it in Golden State, or can the Cavaliers claw this thing back into the race? They're down 3-1 in the best of 7, but can they again come back and get that number 2 win, much needed tonight? And we'll see, as we will be all about that coming up a little bit later on the show. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly tell you that. And here's the book of Psalms, is where the verse of the day is. It says, "Wait on me, I will show you my ways. I will teach you my paths. I will lead you in truth. I am the God of your salvation." How about that? Wait on me, I will show you my ways. I will teach you my paths. I will lead you in truth. I am the God of your salvation. By the way, I wanted to say, we've had her on a couple of times on the show. Brittany Carson, the children's director at Trinity Baptist Church. I know they were there last night and had 81 kids the first night and had a salvation last night. So that is awesome. Some little person made their decision for eternity, and that is fantastic. So their eternity is decided, and so we hope more of that's coming up today. Trinity Baptist Church in Jonesboro, day 2 of the Bible school, and so 81 kids were there yesterday and a decision made. So you, as she said up on the stage last night, she's right. When anybody makes that profession of faith, be they young or old, the angels are, as the book says, having a party in heaven. So that's good stuff. Another one's going to be there for eternity, and so we hope for more of that coming up tonight at the old Bible school. Countdown to Christmas, if you care, 195 days till Christmas. Still got my trees up. I love it. And so I got 3 trees up, 195 days till Christmas. And birthdays today. Gomer Pyle, Jim Neighbors having a birthday today, 87 years old. You know, we're getting old when Gomer is 87. And former President George H.W. Bush Sr., he's had some difficulties and setbacks, but he has seen his 93rd birthday as of today. So happy birthday to former President Bush, 93, and also Gomer Pyle. Jim Neighbors having a birthday, 87 years old. We'll take a first break, come right back. We'll have Jeremy coming up in a few minutes, but we will take a look at Major League Baseball. Our local gentleman, Daniel Norris, big game yesterday, or actually last night on national television against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway. How did Daniel Norris do? We'll find out about that and all the Major League Baseball updates and also the College World Series. We'll take a look at baseball coming up. Also, I left out the Gator Man's going to be here a little bit later in the show. Don't know when he's coming, but he said he's going to swing through here and promote that golf tournament and also promote do the quiz show. So we'll take a quick break, come right back. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. And then also Jeremy Livesey is going to join us as we're live at Mortgage Investors Group. You see behind me, Tennessee's, I'd be a terrible weatherman there. Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender, and this guy is rocking it. We'll talk with him and about this great company coming up here in just a few minutes. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live at Mortgage Investors Group in North Johnson City. Show number 537 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. Again, the sugar-free orange is out. The sugar-free pink grapefruit is out. We've got the lemon lime, the pink grapefruit, the root beer, the pineapple, and the white grape. Had the white grape the other day at Champion Chevrolet. My first time with that. It is awesome. So all natural ingredients, vitamin B, biotin, niacin, vegan friendly. It's awesome. Available at all food cities. Grip Energy Drink. Got to check it out, man. It is good, good stuff. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live at Mortgage Investors Group on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At takeoff, an NHRA top fuel dragster braves the same intense G-forces as an astronaut leaving Cape Canaveral. For power that's out of this world, don't miss the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. Tickets start at just $30 and every ticket is a pit pass. Witness the raw power of 10,000 horses June 16th through the 18th. Visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
It's raining savings at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a massive selection of over 700 new Chevrolets to choose from, with 400 of them Silverados. Silverado Crew and Double Cab LTs, $11,000 off MSRP, 20% off 17 Equinox and Traverse LT, 15% off Silverado HD gas engine. Don't miss out on the best savings of the year to purchase a new Chevy. Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game. Birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us live at Mortgage Investors Group, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender. Again, JeremyLivesey.com is the way you want to go and find out more about this. You see it over my shoulder. Close on time every time. Serving Tennessee since 1989 with over 70,000 closed transactions, and that number is way under what the accurate number is because this sign's been up for a while, and so they have been rocking the world already here in 2017. It's really cranking up because a lot of folks making the move now to move from point A to point B because of school being out, want to get settled into the new location before school starts. So again, JeremyLivesey.com and Mortgage Investors Group. They do a wonderful job, and we're here and one of our great sponsors here on the show, and we'll talk more with Jeremy coming up here in just a few minutes. Major League Baseball, it's running down from yesterday. Mets beat Atlanta 2-1. Pittsburgh over Miami 3-1. Cardinals beat Philadelphia 6-5. Cardinals on a 3-game winning streak. Cubs over Colorado 7-5. It's San Francisco defeating Minnesota 13-6. Texas beat Washington. Again, final there was 5-1. Arizona all over Milwaukee 11-1. Dodgers sweep the Reds 9-7. So the Reds limp on in down to San Diego as they're struggling on this left coast trip. And Kansas City beat San Diego 8-3. In the American League, great game last night for Daniel Norris. Norris pitching out of Johnson City went 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. Those were both earned. Walked 3 and struck out 6 at Fenway Park as Norris gets the W. And the Red Sox again lose. Tigers got him 8-3 in a great outing for Daniel Norris from Johnson City, which is what he needed on national television, no less, at Fenway Park last night. So Daniel Norris now 3-4 on the season, and that was a big lift. He has struggled of late, and so 5 innings, 7 hits. He scattered 7 hits, gave up only 2 runs. They were both earned, but only 2 runs. Walked 3, but struck out 6 Red Sox. Again, so Norris gets a W. Big win last night. Great job with Daniel Norris from Johnson City, pitching in the bigs for the Detroit Tigers. So having said that, the other games in the American League, it was Texas over Washington 6-3-11. Tampa Bay beat Oakland 6-5 in the first game. Went 10 innings. In the second game, Oakland split it. They beat Tampa Bay 7-2. Minnesota 3, San Francisco 2. Houston beat the Angels 3-1. Oakland, as we told you, beat Tampa Bay in the second game 7-2. Yankees again 15-3. Of course, I guess you saw, if you haven't seen, the home run by rookie Aaron Judge. 2 more home runs, one that cleared the bleachers in Yankee Stadium. Tape measure 496-foot home run by the 6'7" rookie Aaron Judge. He leads the majors with 21 home runs, tops the American League with 47 RBIs. We're not even at the All-Star break. This guy's almost at the halfway point of a 100 RBI season, so having a heck of a year. Yankees all over Baltimore 16-3. White Sox beat Cleveland 5-3. As we told you, it was from yesterday's games. It was San Francisco 13, Minnesota 8. Texas beat Washington 5-1. Toronto shuts out Seattle 4-0. Kansas City beat San Diego 8-3. Again, the Red Sox win last night as the Detroit defeats the Red Sox 8-3 at Fenway Park. So big games yesterday. Again, the Yankees all over Baltimore 14-3. So in 2 days, the Yankees outscored the Red Sox 30-6. They beat Baltimore on Saturday 16-3. Beat the Orioles yesterday 14-3. So the Yankees got their bats out of the bags, obviously, and put up 30 runs in 2 ball games against Baltimore, who was doing pretty good, and suddenly they are sinking like a ship. Sunk ship, I should say. They're 31-30. As we start the new week, here are the divisional leaders right now. In the American League, New York leads Boston by 4. In the Central Division, Minnesota a game and a half better than Cleveland. In the West, it's Houston by 12 over the Angels. In the National League, a couple of good close races there, unlike the American League. In the East, Washington with a 9.5 game lead over the Mets. In the Central, it's tight. Milwaukee with a game lead over the Cubs, 2.5 back of the Cardinals, 3 games back are Cincinnati, and even the cellar dwellers, Pittsburgh's only 4.5 games back. In the West, Colorado leads the Dodgers by a game and a half, and Arizona 2 games back in the National League. Schedule for today, everything under the lights. Atlanta and Washington. Colorado will be at Pittsburgh. The Mets hosting Chicago. Philadelphia will be in Boston. Interleague play at Fenway. And the Padres hosting the slumping Reds and Bronson Arroyo in San Diego. In the American League, tonight you got Baltimore at Chicago. I'm sure the Orioles are glad to be leaving Yankee Stadium because they got beat like a junkyard dog. Seattle at Minnesota, Texas at Houston, and the Yankees will move on to L.A. to battle Albert Pujols and the Angels in Major League Baseball. College baseball, College World Series. Who advances on now to the College World Series? Louisville, Texas A&M, Oregon State, Cal State Fullerton, the Seminoles of Florida State. Also, you have TCU advancing, so a couple will have to be determined today out of Gainesville. Florida beat Wake Forest 2-1 in the first game in 11 innings, and then Wake Forest beat Florida 5-4 in 4.5 innings suspended by rain on Sunday. So they'll finish that one up at 1 o'clock today, Wake Forest and Florida. And then if they have to turn around and play an outright championship game, they'll do that right after that between Wake Forest and Florida in Gainesville, the best of three. Also, you have coming up, you have LSU and Mississippi State playing today, and that game to be announced as well. So everybody else is in. So those two series are yet to be determined for the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. So punching their ticket, Louisville, Texas A&M, Oregon State, Cal State Fullerton, Florida State are all in so far, again, at Ameritrade Park in Omaha, the 17th to the 28th for the College World Series. So two regionals yet to be determined, Gainesville and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Quick break, we'll be right back. He's in the house. The Gator Man's here, along with Jeremy Livesey, and Gator joins us next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we're live at Mortgage Investors Group. Again, JeremyLivesey.com. Man is setting the woods on fire, as they say. So the Gator Man's here to promote our golf tournament coming up on Friday morning. We'll talk about that. And also, Jeremy joins us next year on show number 537 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here, the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live again at Jeremy Livesey and the great folks at Mortgage Investors Group. Again, we're here at North Johnson EC, the sign behind us, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender, one of our great sponsors. Love promoting this guy. He's a dear friend, and also, obviously, he's doing a heck of a job. Let's get him over there in the screen. Get me out of the screen for the time being. Coming up, Mike Hedrick joins us from Northern Virginia. Coming up in a few minutes, Ryan Blaney, the Wood brothers, puts them in victory lane yesterday at Pocono. We'll talk about that. What went wrong with Dale Jr.'s car? What happened to Jimmy Johnson? And what happened to Kyle Busch? When I went into Bible school last night, he was leading the race and came out and where did he finish up? Kyle Busch did finish 9th, so I'm sure he was probably throwing stuff in the pits, and because he was up at one point 12 car lengths, and something went way wrong. But anyway, we'll talk about that with our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter in Northern Virginia, coming up. Top of the hour, Drew Bedard joins us from Bristol Motor Speedway, talking about the drags and also the circle track. We're inside of 70 days to the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, America's night race, as you heard Charlie Daniels just say on the commercial. So we be here. And then one more time, let's plug it before Jeremy gets in here and gets settled in. He's already settled in, but here you are. Again, over 200 folks are in the bucket from 11 different states. And I've got them right here, and you won't be able to read them, but just to show you on camera. Let's come back up here one more time and go to the camera, and it's right here, and boom, here it is. Those are all the entries, and you won't be able to see those, and I'm not sure I can see them real well, but anyway, 200 entries from 11 different states. You have one more chance today to get qualified. We're giving away $800 worth of tickets thanks to Bristol Dragway. 10 different winners. Today's your last day to qualify. TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and so we would encourage you to get in there and do it. Why would you not? Tickets are available for this coming Saturday all day long at Thunder Valley Nationals, and all passes are grandstand passes and get you down to the pits where you can press the flesh with the drivers and the stars of the NHRA series. They love coming to Bristol, and the tickets are very brisk, I can tell you that, for this weekend's racing. But you're going to win them free if you qualify today. Today's your last day to do that. We'll announce the winners on Wednesday. Jeremy Livesey in the house. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Carmichael's going to check in with us a little while, and I called him. I said, how's everything going? He said, it's a sad day in East Tennessee. I said, why, Carmichael? He said, the Predators lost. I said, well, they did, but they weren't supposed to be there. So give me your take on last night. Congratulations to the Penguins. They did what they were supposed to do and repeated. At least the Penguin fans thought they were supposed to do that. So got to give them props. Congratulations. So what happened to the Predators yesterday? What went wrong?
Well, I mean, I will be, blunt. I am your casual fan.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I don't keep up with a lot of hockey. It's not obviously it's not a local sport that we have around here. But I became a Predators fan about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't even know they were in the Stanley Cup till about a week and a half ago. So, but watching it last night, the refs really didn't do their job. But and me not knowing all the rules, you can tell when the ref messed up. But Sidney Crosby, he's good. So I don't think they would have won regardless. But it's good to see, the state of Tennessee and Nashville just, kind of gathering around just one team and seeing what all they got down there. But I was telling my assistant here, I was like, they don't have much in Nashville. The Titans are rough. Vanderbilt's rough. But good.
Go
the Predators, yeah.
And
I didn't realize till yesterday that they've been there 18 years. So, but
I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, so
wow.
That's what they said something on ESPN the other day. I'm like, really? It's 18 years? I don't think that's true or not, but you can fact check me on that. But
I'm not.
But either way, they've been there a long time, and I didn't realize Nashville was a hockey town until last week. So
I didn't realize they'd been there 18 years either.
And I may be totally wrong.
Yeah. So. But anyway, either way, they were where they weren't supposed to be. So I guess there's consolation saying, well, we weren't supposed to be there, but I'm a little bit more competitive. I want to win. If I'm going to be there, I want to win it. And they didn't, and the Penguins did exactly what they had to do, back-to-back wins.
They showed them how it's supposed to be done.
Oh, yeah.
They're a good team.
So, see, they got last night 2-0, the night before, the game before 6-0. They outscored the Predators 8-0 the last two games. So, in hockey, it's butt whooping. So, Predators Stanley Cup final runner-ups. Penguins are the champions. Tonight, Cavaliers and Golden State. What do you think?
Was I right?
He's always right. He's Jeremy Livesey.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18 years?
Right at it, right?
I did not know that. See, Gator's a plethora of knowledge down on the end of the table. And so, And I need you to be hanging around. What's the quiz show? What's the topics today?
Happy League Baseball.
Ooh.
I need a helpmate. So,
Like current or past?
The history of Happy
Okay, I got you. I may be good on that one.
he's already sent me a text over the weekend and said, you're in trouble. So you're not going to go 5 for 5. In fact, you may not get any right. I said, okay. So you may want to hang around, be a, what's it called? Lifeline? Help friend? Something, whatever they call that thing. It ain't going to matter.
Yeah.
It ain't going to matter. All right. Jeremy's here with us. NBA Finals tonight. What do you think? Golden State? Can the Cavaliers? All right.
Can
here's
the Cavaliers
questions.
win?
Was it a fluke the other night winning?
No.
Okay. Legitimate win.
Mm-hmm.
Can they go to Oakland and make it 3-2?
No.
Okay. You're the coaching staff. Let's go first for the Warriors. What do you do to fix what happened over the weekend so it doesn't happen again tonight?
I think the Warriors basically, I mean, they just got to play. They didn't play good. But you got to understand, when Cavaliers came out, they had their backs against the wall. They 49 in the first quarter, and it's really hard to come back from that. And, you know, with the Warriors, I mean, they're playing on house money now. They don't have to win right now. They can just take their time. And I would say in the back of their mind, after the 49 points in the first quarter and 86 in the half, they figured, let's just wait till we get back to Oakland and win at home. And I don't blame them one bit. So it may get ugly tonight.
All right. On the other side of the coin, your Cavaliers got a little momentum, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
They staved off being swept as the defending world champs in their home court, so they won a game over the weekend. Now, if you're the coaching staff of the Cavaliers, what do you do to keep that rolling and get it back to Cleveland this week?
Well, they did it last year, so they gotta win in Oakland, and they're going to come out shooting threes. And I mean, well, they're 51% from the 3-point line in the last game. That if they can't do that this time, they're not going to win in the paint.
If they win tonight, they being the Cavaliers, will take it back to Cleveland on Thursday, and then if it goes from there into the Game 7, I don't know anybody that says it's going to go to 7. Everybody says Golden State's going to win this thing before they go to 7 games. But if it would, it'd be it's tonight, Golden State, Thursday, Cleveland, and Sunday coming up to be Game 7 if needed in Golden State. You say no, and most conventional thinking is they won't go 7, but you know, I never dreamed after I saw they got smacked down like they did. I never dreamed the Cavaliers would win any. So.
Oh yeah, they were already talking about postseason trades and bringing in Paul George and all this stuff. And they ain't even played the 4th game yet.
There you go. So that's tonight again in Oakland. It will be Golden State up 3-1, trying to close it out. If they win it, Kevin Durant, your MVP.
He has to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would have to think so too. The guys put on the show, and say at least people were saying, "Well, Golden State went out and bottom a team." Okay, it's America. If
It's
you
not Golden State's fault.
No, I mean,
I did the exact same thing.
Exactly. I mean, everybody's like, "Well, they went out and bought a player." Sure. Well, the Yankees, I mean, they all do that. So that's the goal. You go out and get players to make you a better team to win championships, and that's what Golden State's done. So.
And that's what Cleveland wants to do, but they're overpaying their bench, so they can't afford them.
There you go. So. Good point. Jeremy Livesey, JeremyLivesey.com, Mortgage Investors Group. We got our man Mike Hedrick waiting in the wings in Northern Virginia talking NASCAR. Gators in the house. We got Drew Bedard coming. We got David Compton coming from the Johnson City Cardinals a little bit later on in the show. Also, we got Carmichael going to join us by phone, and he'll break it down even better. He's a big Predators fan and a big NBA fan, so he'll dissect the whole thing a little bit more coming up a little bit later in the show. All right, we got numbers. You guys are rocking. Last time I was here, I went back and checked my notes. It was at 51, the closings, and I was in here about a month ago. So since then, where are we?
We're at 78.
God, 27 more closings over a month, so you can do the math. 27 divided by 4, you're averaging 6 closings a week.
Right about that, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. Hit the bell. That's pretty good. JeremyLivesey.com, of course, Mortgage Investors Group. So what's the secret? First off, what are folks looking for?
Well, right now we have a lot of the inventory's low, but we have a lot of people that are just basically you got a certain price range you're looking at, and you'll have 8 or 9 people looking at the same house, which is kind of strange. But a lot of people just under 200,000 is what we're looking at right now. We've been blessed since we've been doing this for so long. Excuse me. We've got couple loans right now in Knoxville. I got one in Maryville we're going to do. We got a couple in the Nashville area and stuff like that. So we're reaching out across the state. So we're not just doing the Tri-Cities because I said it's low inventory here. So but we're doing pretty good right now. Like I said, it's 78 for the year. That's about just under 12 million in closings for the year so far.
So the inventory is low in the Tri-Cities because everything that's out on the market is being scooped up, correct?
there's just not a lot, and you have multiple people. There's a lot of buyers, just not a whole lot of sellers.
Yeah. So and that works to the consumer more so than the banks, right?
Yeah, it actually works for the sellers. If you're a seller, it's
Right.
fantastic because you just put a sign in your yard and somebody will come by. But the banks themselves, it's actually more pressure on the realtors to get people to actually make these offers, because a lot of people aren't, I had a realtor call the other day, and they were supposed to take their clients out on Saturday to look. Saturday came, house is under contract. I'm like, you have to do it like right then. So if you're looking to buy a house, plan on taking some time off.
Wow.
Yeah, because it may be gone before you think about it.
Sign says serving Tennessee since 1989 with over 70,000 closed transactions. Obviously, that number is incorrect because they've picked up 27 new closings since we were here a month ago. So that number is obviously outdated. But
this sign's about 3 years old.
3 years old. So conventional, FHA, VA, THDA, rural development, all those in-house processing, underwriting, and closing departments. It's a turnkey, right? Everything's
Absolutely.
right here.
The only thing we don't provide is homeowners insurance.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you do FHA, and you do a lot of VA too, right?
We do a lot of VA. The VA hospital being here is a fantastic marketing tool. We got a lot of people moving to the area, especially when they're retiring, just to be near the hospital, and it's just a good area for people to retire. We got a lot of people retiring to this area that are in the military. We just closed on a couple about 3 weeks ago. He's in Delaware with the Army, and he's retiring down here. Already bought his house, and then we've had a few move here from Hawaii, which is, I don't ask too many questions about that, but don't know why somebody want to move to East Tennessee from Hawaii, but
There you go.
we're not here to judge.
No, just let them sign on the line and
Exactly.
go from there.
Yeah.
Got it. That is a big jump from Hawaii to East Tennessee.
He wanted land, and there's plenty of it here.
Oh yeah, got it. Good
Yeah.
stuff. JeremyLivesey.com. Of course, the Mortgage Investors Group website is what?
It's just mortgageinvestorsgroup.com.
Yeah.
And then just go searching for the loan officers.
Yep. So you have closed yourself or the firm 78?
Myself.
You've done 78 by
This year.
yourself.
This year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So went from 51 to 78. So he's picked up 27 closings since we were here a year ago. So JeremyLivesey.com, 100% financing available. Purchase or refinance. Loan programs to meet your needs. Close on time every time. Mortgage Investors Group. Jeremy Livesey, or Livesey, as it's pronounced Livesey, but it's Livesay, Livesey.com. You check it out. And of course, you make a great point because you're not just limited to East Tennessee. You can help anybody all across Tennessee.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, we've gone digital, so it's, and the client, I just took a loan at this morning, and he's in Maryville. And like I said, we do e-signs and stuff like that, and then everybody's got a scanner, it seems like, so they just scan everything back to us. But we do take care of them over the phone and stuff because I know we want to accommodate them, but we don't want it to be like a factory. But we do, still take care of the clients just like they were here in person, but we're trying to accommodate them, with their work schedules and just life in general, because I'm not about to make the guy drive 3 hours to bring me some W-2s. It just makes no sense.
No, that doesn't make good sense at all.
Yeah.
Now, they're big sports people here, obviously, and they're being on one of our sponsors, our show. We appreciate that very, very much. But July the 9th, if you're local here in the Tri-Cities, you want to circle the calendar because it's got a big night at the ballpark in Kingsport. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're sponsors of the Kingsport Mets. This year we were granted a larger-than-life billboard under the scoreboard, so everybody gets to look at my face if they choose to for the next couple months. But we'll be out there on the 9th, just doing giveaways and just meeting the area and telling everybody about our products and trying to help them out.
Smart marketing. So you look at the scoreboard at Hunter Wright Stadium, and everybody does, obviously. Right below it is a big picture of Jeremy Livesey, which is brilliant marketing. Good job.
We hope so. I photographed well that day.
Yeah. Airbrushing works wonders, right?
Yeah, absolutely. that was that day I wore a tie.
That don't happen often.
It does not.
No.
Weddings and funerals.
Yeah, you better catch him. If you want to see him with a tie on, it better be a wedding or a funeral. I'm
That's
right
right.
there with you. We're country, ain't we?
Exactly.
Country's
What I
cornbread.
told you earlier, I'm always wearing a suit on the phone.
Always on the phone, you're wearing a suit. But in person, not so much.
Not so much, no.
Now, his assistant, Brittany Kasem, rumor has it, we don't know for sure, but coming up at the 12 o'clock hour, the second hour of the show, there may be a chance she'll make a cameo and may sing. I understand she's a pretty polished singer.
She is. I don't think that will happen online.
happen?
It
Wow.
would. We've tried
Yeah.
to coax her to do that. I just don't see it happening.
Not going to happen.
And if it does happen, this may be her last day here because she may just walk out. It might be her swan song on that one.
What a way to go out. Singing Delta Dumb with Tanya Tucker. What a way to go out.
That's right.
There you go. We'll take a quick break. We'll go to, you'll be back in a little while, right?
Oh, yeah.
We'll come back, talk to him in just a little while. And next segment, when we talk to him, I want you to come up with some geographic, because you're all over the place, some closings geographically and the type. I know you got farms and condos, and I mean, the guy's done 78 closings so far, and we're just on June 12th of 2017, so we got a lot of time left. In fact, countdown to Christmas, if you cared, most don't, 195 days to Christmas, all we got.
That hurts.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go to Northern Virginia. Then Gatorman's going to be with us coming up a little bit later on. But we're going to go next to Mike Hedrick talking NASCAR live in Virginia. The NASCAR Fans Reporter on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At takeoff, an NHRA top fuel dragster braves the same intense G-forces as an astronaut leaving Cape Canaveral. For power that's out of this world, don't miss the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. Tickets start at just $30, and every ticket is a pit pass. Witness the raw power of 10,000 horses, June 16th through the 18th. Visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
It's raining savings at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a massive selection of over 700 new Chevrolets to choose from, with 400 of them Silverados. Silverado Crew and Double Cab LTs, $11,000 off MSRP, 20% off 17 Equinox and Traverse LT, 15% off Silverado HD gas engine. Don't miss out on the best savings of the year to purchase a new Chevy. Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Hey, back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. We are live again, and we are here, of course, at Mortgage Investors Group. Again, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender, as you heard him say. I guess you heard him say a few minutes ago. Sure you did if you've been watching the show. 78 closings. He's picked up 27 closings since last time we were here. So he's rocking. JeremyLivesey.com is the man you want to call and talk to when you're interested in doing some purchasing or refinancing, or 100% financing available, purchase or refinance, loan programs to meet your needs. As we told you, conventional loans, FHA, VA, they have a great system. In fact, he told me last time we were here, a third of all the VA loans done here in the Tri-Cities are done by Mortgage Investors Group because they've got a system in place. A lot of folks don't want to fool with them, but the VA folks and the folks at Mortgage Investors Group love working with VA loans, and so that's available too. JeremyLivesey.com is the website to go to find out more, or MortgageInvestorsGroup.com if you want to look at the big picture. But our guys, Jeremy Livesey at JeremyLivesey.com. Our other guys, Mike Hedrick on the phone with us in Northern Virginia. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Doing great up here. How's everybody?
Good. What's the weather like right now in Northern Virginia? Because it's pretty hot down here.
It's pretty sunny, and it's going to be nice and hot. It's summertime. I only complain. I only complain about winter. I try to leave the other seasons alone, so it's going to be hot. I like it.
That's it. Hotter the better. It's easy for me to cool down as to warm up, so I'm all about it. And talking about somebody who got warmed up pretty quick, let's talk about it. Ryan Blaney. This kid, 23-year-old Blaney, third-generation driver, won for the first time in 68 career starts, made it to victory lane. And so the Wood Brothers won for the 99th time. Here's a pretty cool stat, Mike Hedrick. The Wood Brothers have won at least one race in each of the last 6 decades. So how about that? An 18th different driver to win a race for the Cup Series with the Wood Brothers. So great job done with the Wood Brothers here based in Virginia. And Ryan Blaney brought home the checkers. Tell me about it.
Yeah, and he did it old school style. We saw it was a great race, the Pocono 400. We saw Kyle Busch lead stage 1. We saw Kyle Larson take stage 2. Busch was really looking good at the end. He was running strong, but he didn't pit along with everybody else, and Ryan Blaney with the fresh tires caught him and passed him with 9 laps to go, dragging Harvick right behind him. The kid got chased by Harvick for 8 laps. Somehow he just kept focused. And he, like I said, took that Wood Brothers racing number 21 to victory lane. The big stories of the race really were Jimmy Johnson and Jamie McMurray both had brakes go out in the middle part of the race and had very hard crashes. We watched both those guys get out of the car, and we were really concerned about their condition. They said later on that they were okay, but they took very big hits. Bubba Wallace getting his very first Cup start there in the Kings number 43. He drove it like he stole it, which means he got 3 speeding penalties right there on pit road. But he still had a great day. And again, Ryan Blaney won it with absolutely no radio communication. He had a dead radio from the very beginning. So that means he didn't have no communications with his crew chief, no spotters, no nothing like that. So how did they manage? Wood Brothers, old school, they use hand signals. You pat the roof in a certain way, it means the car's loose. You reach out, you pat the door down, and it means that it's tight and all that kind of stuff. So amazing job to not have your spotter and all that for the entire race. DW said the boy, it was just quiet, and he just focused, and the boy just took it to victory lane. That was a great win for that young man.
Absolutely. So we've had several guys win for the first time so far. Austin Dillon did it. Ryan Blaney's done it. Let's see. First-time winner, Kyle Larson. He's won a race already this year, has he not?
Yep.
So we've got several first-timers. We're talking to Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter out of Northern Virginia. We're talking about a team that stunk it up yesterday. Rick Hendrick, Casey Kane, 35th. Jimmy Johnson, 36th. Dale Jr., 38th. The only bright spot, Chase Elliott finished 8th, but Rick Hendrick probably scratching her head heading off to Michigan because they had a bad day yesterday in Pocono.
Yeah, and they're going to want to do good in Michigan. But, yeah, they had a terrible, terrible day. And it started with them even before the race got in there. I was watching the Cup guys practice there at Pocono. When all of a sudden, next thing I know, they focus on Dale Jr.'s car, and he's coasting around the track. And evidently, when he was shifting from third gear down to fourth, he missed that gear and over-revved the motor. Now, the motors have a rev limiter on there, which keeps them from blowing up. Now, the rev limiter is 9,000 RPMs. When Dale missed the shift, it went to 12,660, and he blew that motor there in practice. Okay, well, it's not that big a deal when you're in practice because you just put a new motor in there and he had to start from the back. The problem is he did it again during the race. He missed the shift from third down to fourth, which is a It's a rookie mistake, and he blew that motor. So there's a real big question: is why is he having a problem with this motion that he's done thousands of times? Now, after the race, Dale said that he was concerned about this a little bit. He said, and I'll quote, "The shifter is not different. The handle is not different. The location and everything is the same." He said, "It's something about my motion." Now, he went on to say that it concerns him at tracks where you actually have to shift, like your Poconos and then your road courses coming up. He went on to say, and I'll quote him again, "I don't know. Really, I don't have an answer to it other than I just have to pay more attention." So there's something going on there, maybe with his attention, maybe with his motor skills. I think that and a couple other things have made it pointed out that it's been the right call for him, and it's pretty much the right time for him to retire. He's running around, right now he's in 23rd in the standings. So I'm just hoping this is not a bigger problem that he's having, but he's having trouble behind the wheel a little bit.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick, and I think you're exactly right. And, we talked about this on Friday's show. Pocono is famous for attrition on vehicles with brakes and transmissions because the drivers there, they got to shift in that tri-oval constantly, and the brakes become a big game too, as much probably as Pocono as it does in Martinsville, and we saw that. How would you like to be going down the road at the speeds they're going in your conventional vehicle, like Jimmy Johnson hit the brake pedal, ain't nothing there, and that's what happened. He said the brake pedal went to the floor, took a hard hit, and so Jimmy was okay, of course, and he's had a tough week, had cancer surgery and had that hard hit on the wall, so JJ's probably feeling it this morning as they head off to Brooklyn. But again, Pocono, big attrition rate with the vehicles, and we saw that yesterday. And again, one person who did have a pretty good run yesterday, Danica Patrick, normally is in the 20s. She at one point was in the top 10, finished 16th, so probably some encouragement there for Danica Patrick, as it looks like her ride in 2018 is up in the air with Stewart-Haas Racing. So, and also Daniel Suarez, the Gibbs rookie driver for Carl Edwards' replacement, finished 15th, Mike. So pretty good runs for Danica and Daniel yesterday.
Not too bad, and Danica does need some help. She's 30th in the standings, and I'm sure that's going to be the clause that Stewart-Haas uses if they decide to not have her, run out the last year of her contract or whatever. Suarez, he's just solid. He's just steady. He stays up there in that top 10. He gets the finish. He brings the car home. I try to sometimes tout on Eric Jones, who's a very fast driver, but he sometimes will overdrive the car, make a mistake, and not bring the car home. Suarez, just steady. He's like that tortoise is just going and going and going, and he's going to be there at the end. I mean, he's leading in the points for Rookie of the Year, so he's doing great.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick. Preview Michigan. Who typically runs well in Michigan? Who typically struggles in Michigan? That's the next stop on the schedule this weekend.
Well, it's a big race. Everybody likes to go up to Michigan. It's Detroit, Michigan. It's the home of the big automakers or whatever. So your big teams are definitely going to want to win up there. Chevy has always dominated up there. So maybe you look for Rick Hendricks to try to do something to bring them 3 or 4 cars back around and have them all up in the top 10. He is really struggling. I think, again, now that you've had another rookie take one of those chase spots, the emphasis on these bigger teams that aren't in the playoffs just now, some of your Hendricks and then all of your Joe Gibbs racing cars, I think the fire is under them right now. This might not be Toyota's home up there in Detroit, Michigan, but I think that they're going to run strong. Kyle Busch has been running strong. He's just a notch away, and probably blaming the tires or something on a win for him, but he's close. And so, yeah, I think maybe this week here, I mean, I know we've been having a lot of the new first-time winners. I think maybe look for one of these big teams to try to pull this around up there at home.
Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR Fans Reporter, my friend. We are 68 days away from America's night race. It's starting to get a little closer, ever so closer every day, which is awesome. Of course, we've got Spring Nationals, Thunder Valley Nationals coming up this weekend at Bristol Motor or Bristol Dragway. But the Circle Track, and we'll be talking to Drew coming up here in a minute, 68 days away from the night race, and you'll be there, I'll be there. I can't wait. Looks like it's going to be a huge crowd. Ticket sales are very, very brisk for a lot of reasons. I guess probably the biggest one will be Dale Jr.'s final run around Bristol Motor Speedway. But ticket sales are hopping, and so it looks like we're going to have a great crowd coming up in about 68 days.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and of course Drew is going to tell you all about it. He'll actually probably correct me on some of my things that I've said in my spot. I love that guy. He actually built me from a kit. I got to owe all all my fun in NASCAR, much of it, to Drew Bedard. It's a super great friend, and just going to, hey, I would go to Bristol just to see him and the racing.
You got it. Hey, we'll talk to you next week. Great report, my friend, and keep on keeping on. I'll talk to you then, all right?
All right, have a blessed day. God bless everybody real good.
Yep, good man right there, buddy. Mike Hedrick joining us live from Northern Virginia. Appreciate that very much. Quick break. We'll be right back. The Gator Man's in the house. We're going from NASCAR to golf and the quiz show. Then also at the top of the hour, as you heard him say, the Senior Director of Brand Management, Drew Bedard of Bristol Motor Speedway. So the Gator Man joins us next year at Mortgage Investors Group on show number 537 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink, and a brand new drink. There's sugar-free pink grapefruits out there and the sugar-free orange, and it is good. Available to all food cities. Again, our title sponsor, Grip Energy Drink of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again at Mortgage Investors Group. There he is, the Gator Man from Cherokee Barbershop. How you doing, Bubba?
I'm just happy to be here.
I am too. I'm just happy to be here, be alive, and be in East Tennessee. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
Man, it's awesome.
It won't be long. It'll be too hot, so.
Yeah, it's never too hot.
Oh, I doubt this.
No. Burn it up.
No. If it's above 76, I don't like it.
Well, you're not going to like today then. It's going to be
and that's why I moved from Florida, to get away from the heat.
Upper 80s to low 90s, but That's okay.
You know
Think
what I'll
about
be
East
doing?
Tennessee, the humidity's going to be kicking up today too. So
I'll be doing this right here
there you go, on the old remote,
on the remote.
slung up on the couch or on the
Just-
recliner, in your
Big glass of lemonade,
yeah.
maybe some pork rinds.
Got a shirt on or no shirt? No shirt.
No, I got to wear a shirt.
Wear a shirt.
I'm
Got a
too
sh-
hairy.
Okay. It's way too much information. All right.
You
so-
started this path.
You're right, I did. So I can see him in his white socks and his Bermudas on and a shirt.
I got black socks.
And watching whatever he's watching. I guess maybe the Gators. So
I could be watching the Gators.
he's got some interesting stats about his beloved Florida Gators. I know Horace is watching with much interest down in Greenville. Hello, Horace. So I told him that Gators going to be on. He said, "Oh, so there you go." So
Hello, Horace.
Tell me about your Gators, big dog.
Well, our hitting isn't good right now, but we still got a shot. But the thing that I find impressive is since 2010, with 2016 being the only year they won one national championship in a sport, they have multiple championships. That's 8 years in a row. And if the Gators get on a streak, which I'm being realistic, I don't think they can do it, but if they do and win, that'll be 3 championships this year.
So every year they've won a championship, a national championship in some sport in
Since-
college, track, whatever it is, volleyball,
Track,
fitness sport,
softball,
something.
gymnastics, something.
How many years?
For 8 years in a row.
Wow, it's pretty impressive.
2009 we missed. Well, in 2008 we won in football. So
There you go.
we don't have a long tradition, but we got a good tradition.
There you go. Tim will love you at Champion Chevrolet too. He's a huge Gator fan, so
Good job.
he likes talking about them Gators. He likes talking about golf too. We've got the tournament coming up. We've been promoting it, and so we're down to the wire, as they say. It's Friday. Go ahead and put that up there. You'll do a better job than I do. There you go. Drop it down a smidgen. Mountain Empire Chapter National Football Foundation 3rd Annual Scholarship Golf Tournament at the beautiful Crockett Ridge Golf Course coming up this Friday morning. Friday, of course. 4-man team, captain's choice. Tell us all about it. I'm going to look up the weather forecast.
Well, we've got 11 teams signed up to play. Breakfast will be included. Lunch will be included. You come out. Scott Carter's going to be there to give a kickstart before everybody tees off, a little inspirational speech. And if you've never heard him speak, that's worth the price of admission just to hear him speak. We've got some great prizes this year. If you get a hole-in-one on number 17, you win a $4,000 cruise. You can get a hole-in-one on any of the other par threes. You can win golf clubs, tailor-made blades, a 4-day, 3-night golf to French Lick, Indiana, a golf outing. That's pretty neat.
That's home of Larry Bird.
That's Larry Bird. You never know who's going to be there.
That's pretty cool.
Sorry, cell phones are ruining the world, aren't they?
Go ahead.
And the other prize, well, I'm sorry, I lost my train.
Focus.
The other prize is a golf outfit from some designer, shorts, shirt, shoes, everything. So pretty good prizes.
So all this available coming up on Friday. Of course, all the money raised stays here to do what? To
All
help
the money stays here, and it goes to the local high school kids for scholarships to help the football players go to college.
There you go.
And it's not just because they're football players. Sorry. It's not just because they're football players. They have academics to do.
Hold it right over till we get done, because
somebody keeps calling.
He is so popular, they're calling all during the show. Go ahead. Money?
The money stays here. The kids go to school. They have to have academics, 40% academics, 40% athletic, and 20% community. So it's not just being a good football player. You got to be a good person all around.
There you go.
And that's the kind of people you want to help.
Got 11 teams signed up so far. Again, it's the 3rd Annual Scholarship Golf Tournament. It could be a great way to kick off the Father's Day weekend on Friday, this coming Friday morning. Again, shotgun start at 8 o'clock at the very beautiful Crockett Ridge Golf Course. Check the weather. It's going to be in the mid-80s coming up on Friday, so it should be a perfect day. And got some great door prizes as well. So George Jordan is your contact. Here's the number, 239-9657. 239-9657. 239, it'll be okay.
Don't let it fall.
No, it'll be fine. Put it over there. Old Dave will have to wait. 239-9657 is the number to call for this. Again, it's the 3rd Annual Scholarship Golf Tournament coming up this Friday, Crockett Ridge Golf Course. Beautiful course, and of course everything's greened up with all the rain, so it'll be a beautiful place to go hang out Friday morning. And again, for a great cause for these kids. We were involved in the dinner. What kind of money did you give away in the last scholarship breakfast?
Last scholarship, let's see, $4,000.
$4,000.
So for the 3 year, we're over 10,000 for 3 years.
There you go. So that's
and this is our one. This is our one fundraiser.
Yeah, there it is.
So whatever we make here is what we give. So, and if you want to donate, not play, that's fine too. We'll take money.
Yeah. So coming up
That
Friday.
is one thing I will say real fast. Buffalo Wild Wings in Kingsport has pledged last week's 10% of their earnings of their sales went to the foundation. So I'm sure that didn't include alcohol sales because that'd be real high. But you never know. We'll find out when they give us the check.
Wow, that's awesome.
But just 10% of food sales, that's amazing.
Thank you, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that very much. 239-9657, the number to call. Of course, Cherokee Barbershop closed today. The Gator Man opened in South Johnson City at Executive Park South. When the Gator Man, the barber pulls out, the Gator Man's in. He's off on Mondays, Tuesday through Saturday. How many haircuts? How many first times so far?
93.
93 first-time haircuts, over 200 a year ago. So it keeps getting bigger and better and growing. And I, for one, don't see how he does it. He stands on his feet all day, and with those arms, I guess. Does it really hurt when you do your hands like this?
My shoulders more than anything, but
I don't think so.
You know, counting that money, that does
there
help.
You go. It is what it is, but still, it's pretty tough to do. But he does a great job of doing it, and he'll be back at it.
Well, the great thing about it is the customers. That's what makes. I mean, each person's different. Each person's an enjoyment. Yeah, I said the enjoyment.
There you go. It is enjoyment.
All of them are.
There you go.
Even if they aggravate me.
Well, they do. Well, you aggravate him back too. So.
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah, he gets his digs in. He does a great job. All right, quiz show time. Here we go. 5 true/false questions with Appalachian League baseball. Jeremy's not here, so I'm on my own. Take it away. 5 true or false.
All right. The Appy League baseball started in 1911.
False.
Well, that's 0 for 1.
Okay.
It did start in 1911.
Are you sure of that?
I'm sure.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia.
Okay, well, the Wikipedia's not always right, but okay. 0 for 1. All right, number 2. See, I'm ready to quit already, so.
It was 1937, though, before there was any connection to the major leagues. True or false?
True.
That is true. He's 1 for 1.
All right, good.
Cal Ripken Jr. started in the Appy League.
That's true.
That is true. Do you know who he played for?
Yeah, the Bluefield Orioles.
1978.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
There you go. 2 for 3.
2 for 3. You're not. You're better than I thought you'd be.
I'm not so sure 1911's right either, but I'll go ahead and go with it.
Dale Murphy started in the Appy League. True or false? Center fielder for the Braves.
Yeah, Kingsport Braves.
Yep, 1974.
There you go. So I'm 3 for 4, and I'm not sure the number 5 or number 1's not. Well, let me see if I get this 5th one right. Okay, here we go.
Nolan Ryan started in the Appy League. True or false?
Nolan Ryan started the Appalachian League. That is false.
That is true.
He started in the Appalachian League?
The Marion Mets in 1965.
That's right. Dadgummit, you're right. So, I went 2 for 5.
You did a lot better than I thought.
So
I'm impressed.
Dadgummit, you're right. I knew Nolan Ryan. So Nolan Ryan, the Ryan Express, started in the Appalachian League, again with the Marion, Virginia Mets, who no longer have a team. So there you go. What do you want to leave us with today, big guy?
Smile. No. Just enjoy life, man. Come see the barbershop. I will be on vacation this week, but I'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday. I've got the golf tournament Friday, so I'll be off that day, and I'm taking Thursday to get all the running done, and I'm taking Saturday for myself.
There you go. So you'll get your ears loaded for Father's Day weekend.
Come in quick.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Come in, he'll be there ready to roll. Executive Park South, right below Tipton Haynes Working Farm in South Rome Street, Johnson City. The barber pole's out. The Gator Man's in. By the way, haircuts are free. A cup of coffee costs you $11. Get to keep a cup.
And it's Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah, and that's helping
the veterans, the police officers, law enforcement, and Second Amendment rights.
Yeah, there you go. We're all about that.
And it's good coffee.
It is good coffee.
Very good coffee.
I don't drink it, but a lot of people say it's a very, very good coffee. So
I drink 3 cups a year, but now I've upped it to 4 because I drink a little bit
4 cups
a year.
Yeah,
I have 2 at Christmas, and then when I go visit a friend of mine, that's all he drinks is coffee. So.
There you go.
And now I sip a little bit every day, so I'm going to add another cup in.
Lord have mercy. My boy
it's
Gator,
a rough life I live.
He's my buddy, the Gator Man. Give me some taters. We're gone. Talk to you next week.
I will be here.
Yeah,
or there.
We'll know who wins the tournament next week. Quick break. We'll be right back. Matter of fact, next Friday we'll be at the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. They've asked us to come broadcast at their golf tournament at the Ridges in Jonesboro. We'll be there. They said, we want you out there to broadcast. I said, okay, we'll do that. So we'll be there on Monday, a week from today, at the Ridges for the Fellowship of Christian Athlete Golf Tournament. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll go to Bristol Motor Speedway and talk to Drew Bedard next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport. 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again at Mortgage Investors Group. Again, Jeremy Livesey, our great sponsor. 78 closings already in the month of June. He's done 27 since we were here a month ago. Since last month, he did 27 more closings. JeremyLivesey.com. You see in the background, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender. That number, by the way, off my shoulder, over 70,000 closed transactions since 1989 is not even close. I mean, he's added 50-some. He's added 20-some since just last month, so the sign's a little old, but Mortgage Investors Group, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender, and that's where we are broadcasting live here today in North Johnson City. Again, JeremyLivesey.com is the website you want to go to find out more about our buddy Jeremy. Let's go to the phone. He's there, our dear friend you see on the screen, Drew Bedard, the Senior Director of Brand Management at Bristol Motor Speedway. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Great, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Let's talk about yesterday. Another first-time winner. It's got to be great news for NASCAR, at least I think. Austin Dillon Kyle Larson, and now Ryan Blaney brings home the Wood Brothers for their 99th win as a Wood Brothers team as he gets the W yesterday against Pocono. Tough place to win. It's a tough track. It's very grueling, very demanding on your cars. We saw Dale Jr. having transmission problems and Jimmy Johnson having brake problems. So big win. Anytime you win in NASCAR, it's big, but I guess it's a especially sweet win for this young man, 23 years old, Ryan Blaney. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing for the sport, period. I mean, Blaney and guys like Bubba Wallace, I mean, they're really the upcoming personalities in the sport. Everybody, I mean, you know, one thing I really noticed about the April race weekend here, Tom, was that I was seeing more Blaney T-shirts around the track. I think a lot of people like his vibe, kind of got that old school look and feel, and obviously with his dad being a part of the sport for a long time, but he wears that old school uniform. He's got that old school Wood Brothers paint scheme in 21. He's driving a historic vehicle, and now to get a win, I think that's just a positive for not only the sport of NASCAR, but just for the young, you know, with Kyle Larson, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, a lot of the other guys that are in their 20s, you know, there's certainly, you got to look at the guys who are exiting the sport, that those guys filling the void is a very positive sign. And I think it's not only that it's just positive that young guys are winning, but they get it. And when I say they get how to interact with the newer fan. And again, I think even with the older fan too, the folks that liked the 21 car 20 years ago, I think they like Ryan Blaney being in that seat because he's competitive and he's fun, he's different, you know, he's good friends with Dale Jr., he's doing, you know, it's just a good time for the sport to see these guys rise, because if it was the same few guys winning every week, you know, it's good to have the powerhouses. It's good to have Logano and Keselowski and Harvick and Jimmy Johnson, those guys winning. But it's great to have Chase Elliott and great to have Ryan Blaney. And I hope Bubba Wallace is here to stay, because I think he's another great personality. Won here a few weeks ago in the Short Track U.S. Nationals, and just such a fun kid. And Austin Dillon, and go down the line. So Kyle Larson, just great for the youth movement in the sport. And I think it's only going to be, you're seeing a lot of emotion out of these guys too, which I really like. And of course, when you get here to August for the night race, you know, a lot of emotions kind of bubble up as we get closer to the chase, guys looking for a win. It's going to be a lot of fun when we get to a hot August night. So
you made a great point. You take it the top 10 yesterday at Pocono. Case in point, Ryan Blaney wins it. Eric Jones finishes third. Kyle Larson finishing seventh. Chase Elliott finishing eighth. So the young pups, or the young bucks, if you will, out of the top 10, four of those are the young guys and the future of NASCAR. So big win, Ryan Blaney and the boys. And of course, you look at points right now. Martin Truex with a single-point lead over Kyle Larson. Then comes Harvick, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, Denny Hamlin, and Clint Boyer, the top 10 in points as they head off to Michigan this weekend. We're 68 days away from the night race. Again, as Charlie Daniel calls it, America's night race. And how do we get tickets? Because I know, and this is not hype we had landed on last week, the director of ticket sales. Ticket sales is very brisk for the night race with the final turns on the track by Dale Jr. So how do we get tickets? And I know they're going fast, so how do we get them?
Yeah, with it being, well, how you get them, it's fairly easy. 423 Bristol locally, or 866-415-4158 is toll-free. Go to bristoltix.com, or the fun one, of course, is it's bristolbaby.com. That'll lead you right to it. A lot of different options, and a cool couple things we've added to the website. Under our seating chart area, you'll get view from seat. We added some new features on there. So if you've got a new fan that's looking, or maybe, what we're seeing a lot lately, and it's probably what Landon touched on, is that we're seeing a lot of people that do want to see Dale Jr. in the night race for the last time, and they want to be here in the stadium to see their guy, because they know that we're going to honor him correctly. We're going to have fun. We're going to do it up big. And it's, yes, that's why the ticket sales are so brisk, is because I think a lot of people see that it's imminent, it's happening. Dale Jr. may race again in Xfinity or something, but this is the final time that you're going to see him in the night race. And that's very important to people who are fans of the Earnhardt family. So that's why, ticket sales have been brisk, but I also think it's because of the racing action on the track. I mean, I think what people saw in April, I think what they saw even in the highlights of the Short Track U.S. Nationals, which, only had a few thousand people in the grandstands and a couple thousand people watching on pay-per-view. But what people saw was this racetrack is electric, man, and especially at night. I mean, it's nuts. It's crazy. The drama's up. the tension's up. It's a small place with 40 cars, and it is wild. And the racing action, since we've done the treatment to the lower groove, people are sticking down there. It's making for the passing is exciting. Guys are slipping and sliding all over the place. It's unpredictable. So I think if I was a race fan, I'd be encouraged about what's going on in the sport. But there's certainly, obviously I'm biased. I'm a promoter of a racetrack, and I happen to work for Bristol Motor Speedway. But I think if I was a fan and I was not working here, I have to choose, where do I want to see Dale Jr. for the last time? And I think Bristol's about the best place to do it, because you're going to see it live and in color. We got Colossus, we got all this stuff. I mean, and we're going to have fun that night. We're going to honor him in an appropriate way. So I think people should sign up and be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and I couldn't agree with you more. Of course, you got all kinds of racing before the night race. You got the Food City 300 there on the 18th on the Friday night. And then, of course, you got the doubleheader on Wednesday with the truck race. And also, of course, you come right back with Food City Family Race Night on Thursday. So there's all kinds of reasons to come to Bristol. I know we were on the Cincinnati station Sunday morning on WLW, and we were talking up the race and how close we were to the Bristol night race. And he has gotten response from the truckers saying, man, we love the Bristol segment because we think that's America's favorite track. And so I appreciate the truckers on AM 700 talking up Bristol Motor Speedway, because it's the best track in NASCAR. And yes, you work there, and yes, I help out a couple of times a year, but we still believe it's the best track. And so getting the word out is what it's all about. Again, 423 Bristol, TIX.com for the Circle Track. Now this weekend, Thunder Valley Nationals, the best of the best of the NHRA, coming in for Father's Day weekend, and ticket sales have been very brisk for this event too. Tell us about this coming up this weekend at Bristol Dragway.
Yeah, this is one of our favorite weekends of the year, and it's like our billboards say in the Tri-Cities, man. It's 10,000 horsepower at 100% fun. It's just a blast. You get tickets to this event, fast cars, but it's also, with the straight track, with drag racing, it's fast, it's furious, it's fun. You get access to the pits with every single ticket. You get to interact with people around you. There's a lot of community in the grandstands, just people having a blast. Friday night's a lot of fun. So each day has its own kind of identity. Friday has night qualifying, which is just so cool because it gets down into the cooler temperatures, and they usually set track records that night, and you see the flames coming out of the headers. It is just a blast on that evening, and then we do some fireworks afterwards. Saturday's a full day of racing. But we also, at the end of the day on Saturday, that's kind of the packed full. That's when they're getting their last qualifying runs in. And then afterwards, we have a mega autograph session that we call the Fan Fest in the fan area, the fan zone area near Nitro Alley, where it's basically like 2/3 of the drivers come out and sign autographs for like an hour long. It's such great access to them. So that's a lot of fun on Saturday. And of course, Sunday is Father's Day, which is really neat. Bring your dad, or, I know kids and families. I know a lot of people give them as presents. That's just a blast on Father's Day. We usually do some special Father's Day kind of ceremonies and different things. And a lot of times the first one is Donuts for Dads on the track on Sunday morning, where everybody can come and do a track walk. Our track walk is bigger by far, almost double the size of any other track walk that they do on the NHRA circuit, because you get to come down, you get to walk on the surface. And what's cool again is that the Forces are doing it again. So Brittany Courtney and John Force, of course, the legend of the sport, will be down there on Sunday. And then we go racing, man, and it's fun. We get eliminations. Everybody likes a bracket style elimination. Well, that's what you get with NHRA. So Sunday, starting at noon, we fire it up with a good national anthem and get everybody excited. And then we go to work, man. It's bracket style racing until we get 3 winners in the 3 main pro competitions. We also have Nitro Harleys this weekend, which are absolutely the most insane vehicles. If you've never seen them before, that's exactly what it is. It's a Harley-Davidson motorcycle with a nitro engine, and they go almost way too fast for comfort. So if you want to see something crazy, come to that. But it's a lot of fun on this weekend. We kind of think of it as another kind of homecoming weekend. Everybody's a little bit more relaxed, laid back, having fun, bringing kids out to the track, and the weather's looking much, much better for this weekend. So we always get kind of those muggy June days, but it's a lot of fun to be out here.
Absolutely. Again, Bristol Dragway, Thunder Valley Nationals. Again, same way to get those tickets. And before I let you go, also on Friday night, we're going to be honoring Doug Herbert of the Hall of Fame, which is kind of a not kind of very, very cool, a very, very classy gesture. And so tell us that's just another added bonus for Friday night to be there.
Yeah, and honoring Doug with the Legend of Thunder Valley, and if people don't know that, we honor a key person every year. We did John Force last year, and what's really the heartfelt part of that story is that Doug lost two of his sons in a car accident, and he has honored them and put them first on all of his race cars and his racing program, and his driving awareness program that he does with kids who are learning how to drive. So on a Father's Day weekend, Doug's just an awesome guy, and it's perfect for this upcoming weekend. So we hope everybody will be a part of that to honor Doug Herbert as the new Legend of Thunder Valley. So really cool program.
There you go. And then last but not least, back to the Circle Track. We've got a brand new place to watch. It's called the Bristol Apex. Another reason for the fans to get involved in the Circle Track racing coming up in the month of August. Tell me about the Bristol Apex, again, at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, so that's for the August race. It's a new premium area that we have, and it's awesome, Tom. And there's a feature on our website. If you go under Get Tickets, you can look at the Apex, and you can look at some of the photos from inside. It almost looks like a sports bar. So what it is, and what's really cool about it, it's in the space where our old drivers meeting. So it's underneath the traditional Victory Lane, and we turned it into basically a sports lounge. And it's got TVs everywhere, comfortable seating. And a lot of people are using it as an upgrade for August if they get roof tickets or if they're in the infield. And it's just a very comfortable place. Again, it's got food and drink and comfortable place to sit. So it's called the Apex. It's kind of like a sports bar right in the infield at Bristol, and we hope everybody will check it out. We're going to have some more features and kind of fly-ins and different things on the website that people can check it out. But right now there's photos from April of the inside, and we hope everybody will go give that a look.
There you go. It's Bristol, baby. Great report. I know you're busy. Thanks for your time. Can't wait to get up there and be working with you guys very soon, and ladies. And hey, thanks for being who you are, man. This show, in large part, is being successful because you're mentoring and your suggestions. We appreciate that very much. And hey, we'll just keep on keeping on. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
All right, Tom. You got it. Thanks, man.
Yep. Class act right there, folks. Drew Bedard. If you want to look in the dictionary under class, there you would see a big 8x10 glossy. That man right there. Love him to death. I'll fight you over Drew Bedard. He is class act numero uno. Quick break. We'll be right back. We've got more to talk about. Coming up, we've got Carmichael's going to join us at the bottom of the hour. What went wrong with the Predators? What about the NBA final preview tonight? And also, we got some folks coming in from the Johnson City Cardinals talking Appalachian League baseball not that far away. And we'll tell you all about that. As you heard earlier in the quiz show, guys like Cal Ripken Jr., Nolan Ryan, both got their starts in the Appalachian League. That's like a who's who of guys that went on to play in the bigs and have successful baseball careers that started here in the Appalachian League. And we'll talk to those folks from the Cardinals. Coming up, we're live at Mortgage Investors Group. Again, Tennessee, as you can see up here, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender. And again, they have, close on time every time. Right here you can't see on the sign, but conventional, FHA, VA, THDA, and rural development loans, in-house processing, underwriting, and closing department is a one-stop shop turnkey operation right here at Mortgage Investors Group. And Jeremy Livesey has closed. Again, he's already up to what was the number he said? 70 something. I don't have it here. 78 closings already. He had 51 here when we were a month ago. So he's picked up 27 closings in a month. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. JeremyLivesey.com. We'll be right back with more. Show number 537 live at Mortgage Investors Group on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. Again, brand new flavors, sugar-free orange and sugar-free pink grapefruit along with lemon lime, pink grapefruit, root beer, pineapple, and white grape, available at all food cities. All natural ingredients, all packed full of vitamin B and biotin and niacin, and they're vegan friendly. So all this, again, available, you see on the screen. Grip Energy Drink, again, our title sponsor of the show, available at all food cities. And this hot weather is a good time to get a cold energy drink, and you can do it with Grip Energy Drink, again, available at all food cities. And we thank those folks for being our title sponsor, again, here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Bonus coverage. We normally have him on Thursday. We will this week, but ask him to come on and talk a little bit. And he said he'd love to. So our buddy Carmichael on the phone. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Well, I'm dragging myself out of the doldrums this morning. this morning, it was a long and kind of a bittersweet evening last evening.
Yeah, so the Predators get outscored 8-0 the last two games by the Penguins. They lose 6-0 on Saturday, shut out last night 2-0. All right, let's go in and analyze it. What went wrong with the Predators? Why did they not win the Stanley Cup?
You gotta put the puck in the net. I mean, that is seriously that, and it's a simple thing to do, but that's what happened. You've got to put the puck in the net, and if you can't do that, then you're going to struggle. And they struggled. I mean, you know, Nashville with the Pekka Rinne playing, the great goaltender playing it as well as he did at home, he played so poorly on the road. I mean, that was just, you know, you can't. His save percentage was just horrible. I mean, it was for the entire playoffs. It was .930 the save percentage, which that's great for the entire playoffs. I mean, that's almost on a record-setting pace. But you consider during the first three rounds, it was like around .950, and it just on the road was just horrible.
And so the Predators are gone. Sidney Crosby wins the MVP of the Stanley Cup. So going forward, the Predators got everybody's attention. They weren't supposed to be there. They hung with the defending Stanley Cup champions. So going forward, what do the Predators do to get better for next year?
Well, it depends on what they lose in the expansion draft. The expansion draft to the new Las Vegas Golden Knights will be held in 2 weeks, the day of the NHL awards banquet in Las Vegas. You'll have the expansion draft. The Predators can protect. You can either do it this way. You can either protect I think it's 5, 4, and 1, or 8 skaters altogether, and that's the way it looks like Nashville will go, is 8 skaters and a goaltender. Well, you know they're going to protect Pecorini, and because they've got some young players. They have not got. His backup has less than 2 years NHL experience, so he is not falling in that protection thing. So they'll have their 2 goalies next year. They'll protect their 4 defensemen, PK Subban, Matthias Ekholm, Roman Josi, and Ryan Ellis. So those 4 guys will be protected. Now you protect 4 more players. Well, you know you're going to protect Philippe Forsberg. You're going to protect Victor Arvidsson. Those were the 2 big scorers this year. Ryan Johansson's their center, who was injured in the last round. So those 3 guys. Then you're going to have a decision of who you're going to protect, and they've got a lot of good young players, and they're going to have to make a decision on which one, and James Neal, a veteran, which one to keep. I'd say you let Neal go, and leave him on the expansion list and see if Las Vegas bites on him, and you protect one of their younger players. And they've got some nice young forwards coming up from Milwaukee potentially next year, and depends on what they kind of impact they're able to make in the free agent market beginning July 1.
We're talking to David Carmichael with the Johnson City Parks and Rec. Love having this guy on. So much information. Folks may not know this, but there is a minor league. Is it like baseball where there's steps to getting up to the Predators, or they just draft them, or how does that work? When you're drafted, you have so many years that you have to sign, because sometimes players, when they're drafted, they will go to college. They'll say, okay, I'm not going to the NHL. I'm not going to sign with the NHL team. I'm going to go to the NCAA and play collegiate hockey, which collegiate hockey in this country it's about as bare bones. There's some good programs, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Boston College, Boston University. There's some good outstanding, Denver University, some good outstanding college programs. But really, if you're a top prospect, you're going to go play what they call junior hockey in Canada, and play in the Ontario Hockey League or the Western Hockey League, and that's kind of a training ground. It's like between what I would call high school hockey. It would be a high level college hockey. If you were probably like the SEC in football or the Big Ten in football, that's what those, and they're getting paid to play. Well, they're getting paid. I was getting ready to say, you don't pay them to play in college football, but some players have had benefits over the years. But that's what you're doing. They're getting some money to play. It's not a lot, but it's good experience before they go to the professional level. Then you have the East Coast Hockey League, which is many across the country, has many teams there. It's just not situated primarily in the East Coast. Those teams have some affiliation with NHL teams. And then you have the true minor leagues, which is the AHL, the American Hockey League. And there's teams that are affiliated. Nashville's top farm club is Milwaukee. So if you hear of a player is playing with Milwaukee, that's where Nashville has groomed so many players over these past 18 years is with the Milwaukee Admirals. We're talking about Buddy Carmichael, the guy knows it, and of course love having him on. He's a great contributor to our show. He'll be with us on Thursday, his regular time at Champion Chevrolet. Thought I'd get him on today, talk about the Predators, and tonight, NBA Finals.
Well, and back to the Predators, the dagger that really, if you're a Predator fan, the dagger that really hurts you even worse this morning is that the goal that was scored last night was scored by a former Predator. I mean, when you have the Hornquist goal, he came up, was drafted. He was drafted in the last round of the 2005 draft. I think may have been either the last player or one of the last players. He was drafted by the Predators, came up through their organization. I loved to go watch him play in Nashville because he was a tough guy, could score you that tough goal right near the net. and was traded for James Neal. They're both kind of similar players. Neal is a little bit faster player, but the Predators were hoping James Neal would be returned to being a 30-goal scorer when he was that way with Dallas and with Pittsburgh. And instead you see Patty Hornquist score that goal last night, and it's just like, twist that knife in my back just a little bit. And now I see, James, and it's like, if you're a real diehard Predator fan, are you going to be able to look at James Neal honestly the same way anymore? Because the guy we traded for you beat us in the Stanley Cup to knock us out of the Stanley Cup Finals.
There you go.
So that's a tough pill to swallow this morning.
You got it. We're talking to Carmichael with the Johnson City Parks and Rec. We're talking about this big concert coming up on Thursday night, and we'll talk about that in a second. NBA Finals tonight. Golden State will try to win their second championship in 3 years with Game 5. They're up 3-1 to the best of 7. Can they do it tonight? What's the prognosis? Let's start with the Warriors. What do you do to win tonight? And then give me your thoughts on the Cavaliers. What do they got to win? Let's start with the Warriors. What do they got to do to win?
Well, we talked about it earlier, and everybody was thinking this would be a sweep by Golden State. But, you and I talked, this was going to be a tough series. I mean, Cleveland won the title last year. Now, Golden State improved by getting Durant. They can't let a game get like that colossal flop that happened on Friday night. I mean, for a major championship type series game, I mean, it was officiating wasn't the best in the world. You can't let Cleveland shoot 25 free throws in the first quarter. You can't let Cleveland hop out and score almost 50 points in the first quarter. I mean, that's where Golden State has to tighten up the reins a little bit defensively. They've been a good defensive team all year. That's an underrated, a lot of people think of Golden State as running the ball up the court, shooting threes, scoring at will. But the big thing that Golden State they've been one of the best defensive teams in the league this year, and they just were flat out horrible on Friday night, and they've got to play much better tonight. I mean, this is not going to be an easy game for them to win. They've got to get out on Cleveland early tonight.
We're talking to our buddy Carmichael. We're live here again at Mortgage Investors Group. We're talking the NBA Finals. So can they do it? Can the Cavaliers, can they win tonight, I guess is the question.
The Cavs can win. They've got to be able to withstand. Golden State's going to come out there the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the first quarter and probably try to throw everything at them like Cleveland did on Friday night. If Cleveland can withstand that, if they can get out of if they can get to halftime with the lead or close, then it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. Cleveland's just a missed Kyle Korver shot away from this series being 2-2. I mean, that's the difference in the game. The game on Wednesday night, if Korver was able to make that shot, it's they're going back and it's a 2-2 series, and it's anybody. It's kind of like the Stanley Cup was. It's anybody's series.
So is it in the back of their head, Golden State, where they melted last year after they had them up on the ropes and they didn't come through? Is that in the back of their mind at all right now?
I think it has to be. I mean, it's human nature. I think it has to be. It's like, man, we can't let this, because if we let this game slip away and we go back to Cleveland, now we're up 3-2 and we're back in Cleveland. I think you see, like Draymond Green the other night, seeing him kind of starting to come unraveled. and starting to see things happen, and you're like, man, we don't need to get this into game 6, 7. He just flip out on us. Yeah. And I think Golden State really has to take it to them tonight. They don't want to go back to Cleveland and play game 6.
We're talking to our buddy Carmichael. We've got a great concert coming up on Thursday night. Great place to watch it, the Winged Deer Lakeside Concert Series. Shades of Refinement coming up at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Tell me about this group. I don't know much about them. I know the rest of them.
I just think they are more of I believe, from what I understand, more of a R&B type group. And that's what looking for if you like some of the stuff, like maybe a little Motown, a little just R&B from the 70s, and especially the 70s. That was everybody thinks of R&B just the Motown era of the 60s, but there was a lot of great R&B music in the 70s, and this is the same kind of group that you'll be hearing on Thursday evening. Weather permitting.
Yep, it's a free concert, 7 to 9. Again, the Lakeside Concert Series. Again, the Winged Deer Lakeside Concert Series. Again, that'll be happening on Thursday night at 7 o'clock at Winged Deer Park here in Johnson City. Art Thingamajigs starting on the 19th, a week from today. Tell me about this.
That's going to be going on at the Princeton Arts Center. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for ages 6 to 11. It's $40 per camper. The drawer that we have, Princeton has what they call a junk drawer, which has a lot of things in there, just things that are cool and weird, and just create some different types of unique artwork. And campers can also bring their own thingamajigs to kind of add to the mix. So they'll do many projects, many art type things the entire week. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., ages 6 to 11, $40 for the campers. You can register. You can either go to the www.myjcparks.org, or you can register in person at the Memorial Park Community Center for those camps.
That's all good. Again, check them out at myjcparks.org. Carmichael, great job, my friend. We'll talk to you Thursday. We'll have lots to talk about then as well. So have a great week. I'll see you Thursday, all right?
See you Thursday. Thanks, Tom.
Yep, great job again. Our buddy Carmichael from the Johnson City Parks and Rec, and you heard it. He said the Cavaliers are very much in the hunt, and so it's not over yet. And I would agree. I never dreamed they'd win over the weekend in Cleveland to put it back to Golden State. So we'll say the same thing I said again about the Cleveland game. I think the first half of this game tonight will have a lot to say about how the game's going to happen and the momentum and the psychological between the ears between these two teams. And so Cavaliers get out there and establish themselves early on, saying, we're here. I think it's going to be a very interesting ball game. If the wrecking ball is out early and Golden State jumps all over them and jumps out to a commanding lead, I think it's over. So I think the first quarter, certainly the first half, is going to be big psychologically with the outcome of this ball game tonight betwixt Cleveland and Golden State. Quick break. We'll be right back. We are live again. We're on the road at Mortgage Investors Group here in North Johnson City, Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender. Back with more right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink, live from Mortgage Investors Group in Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's get her on here because we're bumping Jeremy for this segment. Getting the beast is gone, the beauty's in the house. How's that? Is that good?
Too kind, Tom.
There you go. Tell her about who you are.
I'm Brittany Kasem.
Yep.
I'm Jeremy's assistant mortgage investors.
Yes, and you do a wonderful job. And let's see, where's the magic button? It is right there. Push that. I'm not trying to. There. Boom. Now, didn't have her microphone on because Jeremy's in here being Jeremy. So now tell her about who you are.
Brittany Kasem with
There you
Mortgage
go.
Investors. Yeah.
Now, and your job title is what?
I am classified as his transaction coordinator. So basically his assistant. After he takes the loan app, I take the file and run with it.
Yep. So people call in and say, I need help, I want to get a loan. And so he hands it off to you, and boom, away they go. It's a great team. He told me when I was in here last month, he had done 58, and he's now done what?
We're at 78 files this year. Yeah.
27. So divide that by 4 weeks, so you're averaging about 6 closings a week.
Roughly.
Incredible. So, all right, so once, step me through this. I call up and say, want the Mortgage Investors Group to help me. He says, fine, not a problem. Take me from there. What happens next?
Well, he will either take all your pre-qualification information, or I also do that as well. Once he issues your loan application, you could either, actually 2 steps for the loan application, you could actually either come in, meet with one of us, or we can do everything through e-signs, so through email. So you don't even have to darken our door.
That's cool, because what he was telling me earlier was there's places outside of the immediate Tri-Cities, because you guys are licensed all across Tennessee, that a lot of folks do that, do the digital thing to send in loans, send in W-2s, send in different things,
Yep.
so they don't have to come here, right?
Right, especially relocations. It's an ideal situation for them too.
So, okay, we're talking to Brittany Kasem from Mortgage Investors Group. So folks are moving in here. I would think this is a busy time because you're in between end of school and start of school. And you want to get in and get settled, right?
Yes, definitely picking up. Rates are great, and it is really an ideal time just because kiddos are out of school. Inventory is still kind of low out there, so definitely still a seller's market. But
That's what I was saying earlier. So by definition, seller's market means there's more people wanting homes than there are homes to go out and get.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yeah, exactly. So, moral of the story is you got to be pre-qualified. You can't wait 2 weeks to go look at a house and discuss if you want to make an offer. I mean, we get pre-quals, calling on the phone, and there's already multiple offers placed on that one home. So you got to be ready to pull the trigger.
Moral of the story is you snooze, you lose. So you
And
gotta
that
call.
is exactly right. Yeah.
JeremyLivesey.com is the website to
Yep.
go to. 100% financing available, purchase or refinance. So in these last 27 closings, is it, you don't have it in front of you, but is it split levels? Is it farms? Is it condos? Do you see a trend, or is it a little bit of everything?
Here recently we've had a couple condos. We've got a lot of raised ranches. So a lot of people looking for that one level living too. So just really depends on the age demographic too.
All right. Another question, is it couples? Is it widows? Is it divorcees? Is it single folks? Is it a mixed bag there? Is there a trend on that? Who's coming in?
A little bit of Heinz 57 mix, really. We've got a lot of first-time buyers graduating. We've got a lot of even refinancing, unfortunately, divorce situations. We've got a lot of that too right now.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. So
Yeah.
JeremyLivesey.com, again, they've picked up, went from 51 to 78. And what did you say, 12, what did you say, number of 12 mills, all right?
We're 11 and a half right now.
11 and a half, close to almost flirting with $12 million.
And we haven't even hit the high summer months yet, you know. Our big months are summer, so we're just now leading up to it. June, July, August, September is when we see a huge influx of loans. So
In fact, I was just talking to a couple people over the weekend are getting transferred and moving on from point A to point B, and they got to scramble in the month of July, put things in storage, go to the point A and find a place, come back to point B and tie things up and move on. So July and August is really, really busy. And so
really busy.
If you've hit 78 through June, you haven't really got cranked up, then look out, right?
Right.
He's going to make you work extra harder. So, but he was bragging on you a while ago. He said,
was he?
Yes, he was. He said, I'm always he's going, you talking to me? Yes. Brittany Kasem in the house. So, and now I got to ask you, because it's spelled the same way, are you any relation?
No.
How many times you get asked
Oh,
that?
my goodness, all the time.
Casey Kasem?
Yeah, my husband's initials are CC, Conrad Kasem, so he gets it more than me. But no, I wish, or I wouldn't be here.
There you go. If you're Casey Kasem's kinfolk, you ain't sitting here in Johnson City, Tennessee. No. So that's good stuff. I'm glad you're helping him because he's a good guy.
He is. Yeah, told me everything I know.
Yeah, he's a great guy. So Casey, I almost said Casey.
There you go.
Brittany Kasem in here with us. I appreciate you. Now, this is the first time you've ever done this, right?
Yeah.
This is a maiden voyage. See, you're done. It's not that bad, was it?
Oh, I'm finished already?
Unless you want to keep going, you want to tell stories on him or whatever. So
No stories. We keep those confidential.
There you go.
Yeah.
What happens at Mortgage Investors
stays at MIG, man.
All right. Thank you, dear. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, good job. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. She is the young lady we like to talk, Brittany Kasem. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live here again. We're here at Mortgage Investors Group, having a big time as always. Quick break to hear about America's Night Race. We're 68 days away from the, NRA Night Race coming up again at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's going to be one heck of a race, I can tell you that. So, Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race, 68 days out. Here's a guy to tell you all about it, the legendary Charlie Daniels here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At takeoff, an NHRA top fuel dragster braves the same intense G-forces as an astronaut leaving Cape Canaveral. For power that's out of this world, don't miss the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. Tickets start at just $30 and every ticket is a pit pass. Witness the raw power of 10,000 horses June 16th through the 18th. Visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
It's raining savings at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a massive selection of over 700 new Chevrolets to choose from, with 400 of them Silverados. Silverado Crew and Double Cab LTs, $11,000 off MSRP, 20% off 17 Equinox and Traverse LT, 15% off Silverado HD gas engine. Don't miss out on the best savings of the year to purchase a new Chevy. Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed. one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live again at Mortgage Investors Group. There it is. Today is your last chance. So I keep telling you, want to get on there and get signed up and get ready to go, because we have 10 winners. Over $800 worth of tickets will be given away. Obviously, today's the last day to get qualified. And so here is, you can't see. Boom. Here we go. Let's get this right up here before we get Mr. Coach Worley on the screen.
Okay.
There you go. He's there. But look right here. Here's all the entries, and you can see that. And I'm not sure I could read it. But there's over 200 entries from 11 states. So you have time to get your name in there. Just go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest. And good luck. We're going to pull those winners and let you know. And your tickets will be able to be picked up starting Thursday. The tickets are for Saturday's racing at Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And so we want you to win. $80 a winner times 10 winners, $800 worth of tickets the Dragway gave us to give away. And of course, we got some more Circle Track tickets to give away when we get a little closer. We're 68 days out from the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race. Can't wait, as we're proud to tell you we're the track announcer at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we can't wait. It's going to be here before you know it. It's going to be a lot of fun. This gentleman right here works for Mortgage Investors Group, but he also is a coach. And a successful coach at that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tell us, you guys just won a championship, is that right?
We did, in the Johnson City Parks and Rec League. I coach 3, 4, and 5-year-old girls t-ball. Well, I'm sorry, 4, 5, and 6 girls t-ball. So we're the Dazzling Diamonds.
The Dazzling Diamonds. This is
Yes,
Michael
sir.
Worley, by the way, works for Mortgage Investors Group. The reason I knew this is Dave Angie, one of our regular contributors to the show, said, hey, you're going to Mortgage Investors Group. I saw that on social media. Get Worley on, because he coached my kid to the city championship. So there you go. So what's it like, Michael, to coach 4, 5, and 6-year-old little girls?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's I loved it. This is my first year coaching, so, and I'll definitely be back doing it next year. It's so much fun, just putting the time in and investing in our youth. And obviously I grew up playing baseball and football, so I'm a huge sports fan, and just being able to give back to the community and invest in these girls. So it's awesome. It's a good experience.
Where'd you play ball?
Tennessee High. So I'm from Bristol, grew up and played there, and then moved to Johnson City when later on went to college. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So the Dazzling Diamonds. So who did you beat for the championship?
It was the Jaguars. Yeah.
It was
It was a good game.
It was intense, yes.
It was. It came down to the we were home team, and it came down. We were down 3, and we ended up scoring 3 to go up by 1 and win in the last inning. Yep.
The little girls go nuts.
Oh yeah, they did.
Parents went nuts.
They did.
Everybody
Yeah.
was nuts.
Yeah. We took the team out to Dairy Queen afterwards, and they had to take the trophy in, and they put it on the table, and they were proud of it. So.
See, that's when I was a kid up home playing in West Virginia. We didn't even care if we won. We did care if Let me rephrase that. We wanted to win. We didn't care what the score was, because winners got milkshakes at the Huskies Dairy Bar. So that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So you went to the DQ.
Yeah, we did.
That's awesome. That's a slice Americana right there.
It is.
He also works here at Mortgage Investors Group. Tell us what you do here.
I'm a loan officer here, so I do residential mortgage lending, new home purchases, refis, and that sort of thing.
Place, it's rocking, isn't it? This
Oh
time of
yes, it is. Business is booming right now. I think everybody's pretty much hitting record highs right now in the Tri-Cities, so it's a great time to be in the industry.
There's a call right there right now. So
Yep.
You can't beat it. So Michael Worley, Coach Worley, again, the champ. Now, do you coach any other sport now with your success?
Well,
go more from the basketball or
Well,
anything?
not yet. I was talking to my daughter, Rylan. She's my oldest. She's 5, and she said she's going to play 7 sports now. So she told me I had to coach all of them, and I don't have any experience in soccer. But she told me that's the next sport coming up. So she told me I got to coach soccer, and so I'm going to have to. I don't know how that's going to go.
Get a book, Soccer 101,
exactly.
Soccer for Dummies, or
Yeah.
whatever. But that's pretty cool. And so, we were talking about this the other day. There was a situation we were talking about last week on the show where a kid played for a dad, and sometimes that's tough. But in this case, your daughter playing for dad, it's okay at this point, this age, right?
Oh yeah, it is. And growing up, you always, I feel like, sometimes the coach's kid always gets put in that position or whatever. And I never wanted to do that. Growing up, or I never, now that I'm coaching, I never wanted to do that. So, I made sure that we rotated our girls around so everybody got a chance to play every position and got good experience at every position. So I think it went good this year, and I'm real happy with it.
So did Angie's daughter have the talent of his mother who can play sports, or did she have the talent of her dad who just, because dad writes sports for a reason? So
yeah, well, she's an athlete. She does a little bit of everything. So she actually she plays golf out at Pine Oak. She does I guess they do some coaching and stuff out there. It's called the First Tee program. So she's involved in that, and then I think this is her second year with T-ball, and she's an athlete. She can hit the ball.
Got it from her
So
mother.
yeah.
He told me the other day his nickname in high school when he played ball was Stud, because he was always falling down on the floor. So his nickname was Stud. So talent came from Mama's side of the gene pool, I guarantee you. So Michael Worley, you played for Tennessee. How you played for Coach Burns?
Coach, well, in football it was Coach Stubbs at the time, and Dave Halstead in baseball.
Baseball. Did you play basketball?
I didn't. No.
You did play baseball for Worley. I mean, for Halstead and for Stubbs in football.
Yes, sir.
Biggest memory for you playing football at Tennessee? Big game.
The biggest game was against East. It was the last game of the season. We were both 9-0. It was 2004, and the Stonecastle actually sold out tickets on Wednesday, and the game wasn't until Friday. So it was pretty amazing, and we gave it to them pretty good. I think it was 54-0. And after the game, we went to Applebee's to eat, and I had a lady come up, and she's like, "I just want to let you know that she scalped the ticket in the parking lot," is what she told me. She said she paid $100 for one ticket, and she was not disappointed, which I thought for a high school football game, I thought that was just insane. So it was a really neat experience. We had to bring in extra bleachers and all kinds of stuff. I think the attendance was a little over 13,000. So for a high school game, it's pretty impressive. Yeah,
absolutely.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep. And so we're glad that appreciate you coming by, Coach Worley. So I would have never known this wasn't for Angie. So I had to get a little dig on him, but yeah, the little girl's talents definitely came from Mom. So, and I'll hear all about that. So,
oh yeah,
Michael Worley, thank you, my
friend. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yes,
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Mortgage Investors Group. We'll let the man come back in and wrap this thing up. We are live here again. Appreciate Michael coming by and talking, and also Brittany Casey made her world debut. That's pretty impressive. So we'll take a break and let my man come back in. The sponsor of our show, Jeremy Livesey from Mortgage Investors Group, come back to wrap it up right after this here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Show number 537, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At takeoff, an NHRA top fuel dragster braves the same intense G-forces as an astronaut leaving Cape Canaveral. For power that's out of this world, don't miss the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. Tickets start at just $30, and every ticket is a pit pass. Witness the raw power of 10,000 horses, June 16th through the 18th. Visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
It's raining savings at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a massive selection of over 700 new Chevrolets to choose from, with 400 of them Silverados. Silverado Crew and Double Cab LTs, $11,000 off MSRP, 20% off 17 Equinox and Traverse LT, 15% off Silverado HD gas engine. Don't miss out on the best savings of the year to purchase a new Chevy. Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There he is one more time. The guy that makes it go here for us. JeremyLivesey.com, one of our great sponsors here on the show. Appreciate him. And well, we had Brittany on, her world-famous debut. Had Coach Worley on. Now you, maybe next month we can get Julie on. If we get her on, that'd really be a coup.
Yeah, she'll be signing autographs after the radio show.
Oh, so JeremyLivesey.com. You guys are rocking, obviously. You got 51 last month, up to 78 closings this month, and going strong. How many you got set up this week?
We got one this afternoon. I think we've got another 3 or 4 this week. Most of ours happen at the end of the month, so you get toward the end of the month, we're going to have like 4 or 5 a day. So we kind of stack them up there at the end.
What separates you from the competition? Why do folks deal with Mortgage Investors Group?
Basically, well, like I told you, we do answer the phone. So I said, you get a live person. I've been doing this for, going on 15 years, over 15 years. And we've got it down to a science. And I work nights, weekends if need be. We work at their schedule. And, with the experience we have, I actually did a pre-qual last night and, talked to the guy for about 15 minutes on the phone. Already knew what kind of loan he was doing and everything. So we're trying to, use our experience to, cater to the people.
So you can get the ball rolling as far as the time frame. How fast can we? Folks need to have something done. Again, we used the example earlier in the show with Brittany of somebody's calling in and getting a transfer, got to get schools lined up. And typically, how long does it take to get one turned?
Depending on how quick the borrower gets us the stuff, but typically we can do 3 weeks. I mean, it's not that. Our biggest issues are usually the appraisals, trying to get those back. The loan app I took this morning, what's the day, the 12th or something? We're closing it on the 28th. So he's already got us all his stuff. The appraisal's been ordered, and so we'll push that one through. We took one. We got a guy moving here from Texas. We're closing him next week. Did his loan app about a week and a half ago. So as long as the people get us the stuff, it can be done. We got in-house. We got a ton of underwriters. A lot of our, we have pretty good systems here, so it can be done.
JeremyLivesey.com, Livesay. And let's see, let's do it right here so you'll see this handsome lad up on the picture. That's what Ashley says anyway, his lovely bride. You guys just celebrated an anniversary, didn't you?
Yeah, 2nd year.
Yeah, congratulations. So Jeremy Livesey, there again, that's how you spell it. JeremyLivesey.com. Oh, I'd be terrible weatherman. I say this every show. I never get this right. 100% financing available. Purchase or refinance. Loan programs meet your needs. Close on time every time. That's pretty important right there, right?
Yeah, because you got a lot of people that once they take the loan application, they're getting the ball rolling. They got to get their movers set up, power and water and all the utilities, and it's heartbreaking. Sometimes we have some of the circumstances beyond our control, like repairs with the appraisal or repairs with the house itself. Depending on that, sometimes it's just borrowers, but it's nice to get the clear to close as soon as possible so they can get their life basically figured out. And there's nothing worse than buying a house and being kind of left in limbo and not knowing whether you're going to close or not. So we try to get it done as quick as possible.
There you go.
Yeah.
JeremyLivesey.com. There you go. You see it behind us. Tennessee's #1 independent mortgage lender. This guy, again, closed on time, every time over his shoulder. As we said, 51 last month, up to 78. He's picked up 27 new closings, or generated 27 new closings since last month. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to be in July. So
you and me both.
Yeah.
We've already got about $2 million in the pipeline for July, so we'll see how it goes.
There you go.
But yeah.
Thanks for letting me come up here. It's great.
Yeah.
Love coming here. And
Anytime.
they had the world debut of Brittany Kasem.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. And she was, I like when she said, "Is this it? We're done?"
Yeah.
We just come in here and
I
talk.
think she's got the bug now.
Oh,
She'll be back.
She'll come in next week or next month and say, "This is when I want to be on the show."
Yeah.
So now, yeah, that's how it's going to work.
She's good.
Yeah, it's really good. And I appreciate Michael coming in too. But most of all, I like this guy right here. We've been friends for a long time. JeremyLivesey.com is the number to call. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, Mike Hedrick joined us from Northern Virginia. Drew Bedard joined us from Bristol Motor Speedway. Carmichael joined us, give us an update on the Predators and the NBA Finals tonight. Also, we had Michael Worley in. We also had Brittany Kasem in. Obviously, we had Jeremy Livesey in, all from Mortgage Investors Group. Check him out, JeremyLivesey.com. Again, he's a website away. He can help you. We are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours, and we'll rejoin you coming up again on Wednesday. We'll be live at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. So until then, we'll tell you, as always, appreciate it again, Mortgage Investors Group, JeremyLivesey.com. Until then, as always, we say, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.